Hello, welcome to the part 2 of my asset management system demonstration. In this part 2, I'll be explaining how to create new assets, how to add the inspection into the asset, and also to view standard reports. Just a quick recap, in the past video, I have explained how to set up master data. And we have talked about setting up location, device, user, vendor, status, asset group, and also asset type. Okay, feel free to go back to the first video to review how to set up the master data. So in part 2, I will be talking about asset creation, which is under the view asset module. Okay, and to create a new asset, you can either click on the add asset button here or click on the new button here. So let me click on the new button here. So in the new asset or add asset screen here, you can start to create a new asset into the system. Note that asset creation can be done in two ways. One is using the central web system here. Two, you can use the mobile device here under the new module here. Either way, they works the same. Okay, so for the mobile computer, I can perform a scan. Okay, and while scanning, I can pick up various RFID tags. This is an example of an RFID tag over here. Okay, I just scanned a few. There's about 4 pieces here. Okay, and I'm able to gather those RFID numbers. The benefit of using the mobile computer to create asset is that you do not need to type in the RFID, the lengthy RFID number, on the web. Okay, it will be auto-populated for you. Okay, say for example I choose the first one, and you can see that the asset code has been pre-populated for you, and also the barcode has been pre-populated for you. So for this asset, I can call it a car, for example. So let's put in car. Mr. R, okay. And you can say it's a Mazda or something. So let's put in manufacturer's Mazda, for example. Okay. Model can be anything, and serial number can be anything. So once you create this new asset, you need to perform your very first inspection. I can say that on the 6th of March, okay, the asset has been received and is in good condition. So let me type in good condition. Okay. You can also define where this asset is currently located in. Okay, note that I am logging in as Inspector 002 on this device. And if you review back to the first video, I have assigned 2 locations to this Inspector 002, which is Selangor and also Pahang. Therefore, in the drop-down list here, I can only choose these 2 locations because those 2 locations are the one being assigned to Inspector 002. So I'm going to choose Subang Jaya as the initial location, and I'm going to save it. So are you sure you want to save it? You can click yes, and you say asset record created successfully. Okay, let's go back to the web now. Let's look at the list here. You can see that the car is now successfully saved in the system. Okay, so what the device did is the record is basically being transmitted through internet, and that record made it to the central server, and it manages to store it successfully, and now it is presenting it on the web central system here. And all these are real time. So let's look at the details. So everything that we key in from the device is now stored here, exactly the same. Oh, I've forgotten to specify the group and type. Maybe I'll need to do it right now. So I just say this is a vehicle and it is a truck, and I can click saved. Okay, so let me double check. I've forgotten to change the group and type. So now it's correct. Okay, so asset creation can also be created on the web. So let's do one on the web right now. It is much more tedious to create an asset on the web because you have to key in the asset code, which is quite lengthy. I'm going to type in right now. 3. Okay, this is A5. I'm going to type in A5. Then this will be motorcycle, and you can choose vehicle, motorcycle, and you can say that the barcode will be the same as the asset code. Okay, note that the barcode will be the one that's being used for scanning. Say the serial number can be anything, manufacturer can be, say, a Ducati, and the model could be Monster, for example. And the vendor could be this vendor. Remember, in the past video we have created a vendor called Ingram Micro, so now it's here. Acquisition date, we can say that we received this asset on the 6th, and the purchase number basically tied to your PO number. Cost can be 20,000, for example. Account can be anything. So these fields are basically information field. You can fill it up if you want to. Okay. For the next field, purchase or lease, you can decide whether this asset is it a rented asset or lease. Okay. Then you need to define the period of the rental or the lease. If this asset is being purchased, you can define its warranty date. Say the warranty number is 001, for example, and the warranty starts by default. By default, it starts from your current date. Today's date is 9th of March. Okay, and the warranty expiry date is 1 year from today's date, which is 9th of March 2014. I will leave it as default. You can change it if you wish. Next portion here is that we need to specify the initial inspection. So we can say that this asset currently resides in, say, Selangor Subang Jaya, and it's being checked by Inspector 002, and it's being checked on, say, on the 6th, and the custodian will be the person that will own, or the person that will take care of the asset. So we'll leave it as the system default. Okay, you can add in more custodian in the add user module over here if you want to. You can even add in the picture. So let me add a picture right now. And you can preview the picture before saving it. So it looks good. So item is in good condition, for example, and you can save it. So I've just demonstrated the creation of asset through the mobile computer and also on the central web system. So whatever changes that's being made on the web or on the mobile devices, it will reflect in both sides. So say for example, I've created a new motorcycle from the central web. So let's look at the device here. I will begin my reading again. Okay, and I'll bring in the RFID text over here. This RFID text, bring it closer. Okay, and I'll stop the reading. You notice that for A5, okay, that would be your motorcycle. Okay, A5 motorcycle. You can see that A5 is currently do not exist. Okay, by right it should, because I just created it, but let's double check the ID. It could be different. 36761. Okay, there is a difference in the ID here. That's the reason why it is unable to detect it. So let's change this ID over here. Okay, let's change this ID to 110.181.181 2850. Okay, and hit save. Same as asset code. Okay, I'm gonna hit save again. Sorry, update this. Okay, so now the RFID number is correct. Okay, if I were to refresh this, I'm expecting the first record here to exist in the system. Okay, because I've created it on the web. So let me check again. Okay. Okay, now you notice that the A5 motorcycle exists in the system. Therefore, it has a status of OK over here. And we have another asset called FD with a tag number 00FD, and it is a car. Okay, you can see that it is OK as well. And we have two other assets that are being picked up by the scan, but it is not found in the system. Okay, basically we have two tags that are unknown. They are not in the system. We can choose to create those two assets as well. So let's do that right now. Okay, I can give it a description, say car number 2, for example. And I can say it is from J model, for example. Okay, I need to change the group to vehicle. Okay, previously I've forgotten to do that. So let's change it to cars and trucks. Okay, we have checked it on, say, on the 6th, 4 days ago, and item is in good condition as well. So let's put in OOD, for example, and the item is in, say, Selangor. Or maybe let's change it. Let's say we put it in Pahang, for example, and save it. So once this asset is saved on the mobile computer, okay, all we need to do is just do a refresh here. You can see the same record appearing on the web immediately. Look at that, car 2 has arrived, has been saved here with the J model. If you look at the details, you can see that. You can see that it is in Pahang, Kuantan, as specified just now, a few seconds ago. Okay, so that concludes the asset creation module. Let's talk about inspection. Asset inspection can be done on the web as well as on the mobile device. So let's perform an inspection on the web first. So you can create a new inspection by clicking on the new button here or add inspection button here. Both are the same. So let's first you need to find for the asset. Say we want to inspect car. Okay, the asset information will be populated for you. Okay, note that it's only view only. Okay, if you wish to to edit the asset information, you need to go to the view asset list here and edit it. Okay, but under the inspection module, you can only add inspection. You cannot edit the asset information. If you want to, you must go to the view asset module here, and you must click on the edit button here in order to edit your asset. Okay, this is where you can edit your asset. But since we are talking about adding an inspection, okay, we will not change the asset detail. Okay, the asset detail is locked down and it's not allowed for you to change. You're only allowed to add inspection information. So this is what I'm doing right now. So at this moment, the asset is currently located still at Subang Jaya. Okay, and I'm going to say that the status is maybe brand new. Okay, and it's being checked on the second day. Let's say item still in good condition, and click save. So I've just created another inspection record for this asset. If I were to review this asset inspection history, you will be able to see there's 2 inspections being done. To check the inspection history, scroll to the bottom here, and you'll see inspection history section over here, where you can define the from and to date. I'm going to say, please show me, everything that happened to this asset starting from 1st of March to the end of March. I want to know what has occurred or happened to this asset between these 2 dates. And once you have specified it, you can click on the generate report button, and this will tell you, okay, in between 1st of March and 31st of March, these are the activity that has occurred on the asset. So on the 6th of March, the asset has been received for a check and is in good condition by this inspector. And on the 7th of March, the next day, the asset is still in good condition. Okay. So I've just demonstrated how to add an inspection on the web. So let's repeat the same process on the mobile computer. So this is basically asset record has been created, so I don't want to create asset record, I want to check an asset. To check an asset, you need to click on this check button over here. Okay, so to check an asset, you must first start reading, okay, all the RFID tags or all the assets around you. So I'm going to bring this RFID tag closer to my device, so it's able to scan it, and I'll stop reading it. So let's look at the, so if we're able to pick up 4 different assets here. So I'm interested to know, say, asset FD. Okay, just double click it. Okay, and you can see that asset, I think I double clicked the wrong record, so double click FD. Okay, so by double clicking on FD, this mobile computer will pull the information down from the server, okay, which is identical over here. You can see that from the web it is car, and on the device it is car as well. Vehicle type is cars and trucks, which is same here, and this is Mazda or Hasda. So all this information are the same as what is shown in the web. You can actually go look at other more detailed information, and you can also perform a date check. Okay, so say on the 8th of March, I have conducted an inspection. I can say that this item may be broken and is still fixable. So I can say that the chain is broken, so I can say rust or something. Say it's rusted, for example, rusted chain, for example. oops, sorry. So rusted chain, for example, you can also look at the history. Okay, this history list here is the same as the history list over here. Okay, so I've just created a new inspection record here. I'm going to save it. So yes, I've just added this new inspection record. Okay, says here I want to continue to stay in here. So I can actually go back to this web and generate a report, and we can see that the asset is in Pahang, Kuantan, and is broken fixable. Looks like I've forgotten to change the location, or maybe the location has been changed. The motorcycle has moved to Pahang right now, and is rusted and chained. So let's double check on the device again to make sure that. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, I think I click on the wrong record. So yep. So for FD, you can see that the history. Okay, previously I saved it in Kuantan Pahang instead of Selangor. Yeah. So I save it in Pahang instead of Selangor. So it's important that during your inspection, you need to drop this down and choose the right location. Okay. Previously, I did not change the location. I left it as Pahang Kuantan. Okay, but it's okay. So this is something that you need to be aware of. But I can always change the location back to Subang if I want to. But it's best practice to actually drop down and choose transfer or in transit instead of or directly changing the location. It's best practice to actually change the status to in transit and then choose the transfer location from Selangor to Pahang. Okay, it's important to do that. I did not do it just now, and that's the reason why what I did is I chose check and I choose Pahang Kuantan straight away. Okay, that's the reason why in this report over here it appears as Pahang Kuantan. Okay, so for the second asset inspection, let's do it on the mobile device right now. I'm going back to the RFID. This time I'm going to transfer the motorcycle. Okay, let me look at the history. Currently this motorcycle is in Selangor. I'm going to transfer this motorcycle now to Pahang. So I can choose in transit. Okay, I can say transferring. Okay, this is the proper way for transferring an asset. Okay, you must make sure that you choose in transit, and you need to drop down and choose from where to where. Notice that there's only one transfer rule. Okay, this transfer rule has been defined earlier on during the master data setup. Okay, this transfer rule has been assigned only to Inspector 02. Therefore, Inspector 02 is allowed to do the asset transfer from Selangor to Pahang. So I'm going to save this. Yes. So now the motorcycle is in transit from Selangor to Pahang. So if I view on the website over here and look at the view inspection and then look at the motorcycle over here, and I can look at the history if I want to. 1st March to 30th March, and I click generate report. You can see that on the 6th of March, the motorcycle is in Selangor, Subang Jaya, and is in good condition. And on the 9th of March, the asset has been transferred or is in transit from Selangor to Pahang. Okay, it's in transit right now. So, say for example, the asset has arrived, okay, the next day, which is the 10th of March. We can actually go to add inspection here on the web, and we can say the motorcycle has arrived by doing a new aspect inspection record. Choose the motorcycle, okay, and you can say that the location has arrived in Kuantan, Pahang, for example, and it's checked by inspector 2, and you can say that it has arrived on which date. You say it has arrived on the 10th, for example, and you can even attach a picture if you want. So just put in the same motorcycle picture and attach it, and say that asset arrived safely in Kuantan, Pahang, Kuantan, for example. Click save. Okay, so if you look at the history now, okay, in the history list, you can see that the asset was purchased on this date in good condition, and it was transferred and is in transit on the 9th March, and the next day on the 10th March it has arrived in Pahang, Kuantan. So that's is basically an overview on how asset is created and how asset is being inspected, both on the web and mobile device. On the third video, I will be talking about how to generate standard reports, and also other features of the mobile device. So I'll discuss on the third video. Thanks for attending.